guys, this is part 3. If you have missed part 1 and 2, watch them down here somewhere. They're labeled, okay? So part 3, we're talking about why I chose Turkey to do my gastric, to get my gastric balloon inserted. Okay, so I live in Denmark, and for you to have any kind of bariatric surgery in Denmark, they only offer two solutions in Denmark. In the Danish healthcare system, they only offer two solutions. One is a gastric sleeve and the other one is the gastric bypass. The only reason they offer these two procedures is because they are there to treat underlying conditions. So hypertension, diabetes, and any other obesity related complications that you might be experiencing. Okay, you need to have a BMI of, I think it needs to be over 35, but over 40, a BMI of over 40, that's when they then start thinking towards a sleeve and a bypass. Thankfully, I do not have any weight related conditions. I'm not pre-diabetic, and I do not have hypertension either, and this I'm really thankful for. But I do have a very high BMI, and like I mentioned in the first video, I feel it on my I feel the strain on my knees and on my feet. So this is why I'm doing something about it. Yes. So in Denmark, if you do have an underlying condition, you get this surgery for free. You can get a sleeve or a bypass, like I mentioned, as a treatment to a condition that you are living with, like a weight-related condition. They do not have any preventative. So you cannot get, even though your BMI is high, you cannot get a sleeve or a bypass unless you do have a condition. So you cannot have a preventative. Even if you're at the risk of it, you can't get it until you have a condition. Okay, I do not want to get there, so that's why I'm using the balloon. They do have a clinic in Denmark that does the gastric balloon, and I looked at them, and I looked at the amount of reviews that they have. I looked at the amount of reviews they have. I also looked at how many clients they have out, that have had a recent procedure with them, and I just found it to be wanting. So I decided to look, and also looked at the price. So I decided to look out and find out, research a bit more. And as I was researching, I actually found out that Turkey is a place that is where a lot of people have been able to have a bypass sleeve and balloons and even Botox. Yes, there's a gastric Botox, which I considered for a minute, but then we'll talk about the Botox actually in another video, but not right now. But I discovered that Turkey has all these bariatric surgeries and or procedures, bariatric procedures, and that they actually have a very well documented success rate and reviews, and also people who have been able to keep off the weight, because that's what I was not able to see. I was not able to see people who have been able to keep off the weight, with the support that they get from the Danish clinic that does it here. Not so much, not recent, but I was able to locate a doctor in Turkey. Actually, it's located 3-4 different ones, the very most popular ones, the ones I could find a lot of reviews on, who have done this procedure successfully and have clients who, even now, a year, 2 years later, have are still on the path, and have been able to keep off the weight, because a major part, like I mentioned in part 2, a major part of the balloon is the support that you get, because it's a lot more about fixing your relationship with food, and you need someone who's gonna guide you through all that. And so they do offer 12 months without having to pay extra. Again, that's something that you needed to pay extra in the Danish clinic. So you get the service done, or the balloon inserted, but then for the dietary needs and support, you'd have to pay extra. Here you don't pay anything extra. Once you've paid your amount, you have your procedure done. You have the medicine that you might need. You have dietary support from a dietary support. You do also have hospital stay is also included in some of those packages. You need to talk to the doctor to find out. Some of them include some of them you pay like 250 €250 for you to be able to get accommodation and airport transfers. So others, some have a whole package, others have just everything medical, and then with an added package of staying at the hotel and transfers. Okay, yeah. So I decided to look into it, and I saw that the price in Turkey is very good. It is actually significantly lower than the price I would have to give in Denmark. The reviews that I've got in Turkey are much better than the reviews that are there in Denmark. And that even includes, when I talk about the price, that even includes the travel, the amount that you use for travel. Still, it comes in at 10,000, on average 10,000 Danish kroner less than what you would pay in Denmark. And in Denmark, you don't even get the support from your dietary support. You don't get that. So it was kind of a no-brainer. So I reached out to some of the people that had gone to the different doctors, and I, kind of asked into their journey and how what their experience was. And not just one. I didn't just reach out to one. I reached out to several from different doctors, because I wanted to hear what all their experience was with the doctors. The procedure is different from what someone actually feels that their experience is from the doctor, and from those three, I am actually I started actually a lot more. Now I've narrowed it down to 3, and as we speak, which is today's 11th of April, I have narrowed it down to 2. So it might be one or the other. And the difference actually here is just the preference, to be quite honest. The difference here would just be because of preference. I think at the end of the day, that's what it will come down to, because the reviews are very similar. The prices are also very similar. Okay, the one has maybe 200 euros more than the other one. But for me, it doesn't really matter which way it swings with those 200 euros, whether I have to pay them or do not have to pay them. I really do not care, as long as I get the care that I want to get, and the support that I need in this process. Yeah, so those are the reasons why I chose Turkey. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that you continue following me in this journey. If you have any questions, kindly just drop them down here. I'm going to reply to every question that you send, because I know how important it is to have your questions answered when you are in the decision making process, when you're trying to find out, getting all the information about this process. And this is why actually I'm doing this. I'm doing this to make sure that all the information, all the little gaps that I kind of feel I have, that I have not had, that I've had to kind of dig a bit deeper to get that information, I want to be able to give that to someone as a resource, so that they're able to make their decision as fast as possible, and to get it done so that they can start living their best life. All right? Okay, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you probably before the insertion. I'll probably be come on and let you know how I'm feeling about the decisions and all that, if I'm going to go through anything. So this is, let's just say this is the start of the process. The 11th of April is the start of the process. So everything that I do from now on here to the day of the insertion, I might include some clips here. I might do a few videos that I'm gonna post. And then we'll get it started. We'll get a balloon inserted on the 11th of May. And I'm really excited. Okay, welcome to this journey, and see ya.